Hey, friend, it's Brian here. Look, we are getting together. We're doing things slightly different, okay? So we usually come together to discuss music, not movies, music and live performances, artists, singers, things that and definitely things that I usually don't know anything about, and you guys tell me about it. But it's the summer, y'all, and music is a huge part of summer, but so is movies. So I feel like we should discuss the movies that we are seeing, the big blockbusters, some of the things that are on some of the streaming services, because we have a lot of time in the summer to catch one of these things. So why not? Okay. And one of the big blockbuster movies this summer is Aladdin. They're gonna turn Aladdin into a live action film. It's starring the Pink Power Ranger, the guy that played Aladdin, because I don't know his name, I'm sorry. And then Will Smith. It's starring Will Smith. It's starring Will Smith. And Abu. And the monkey. What's the monkey name, y'all? It wasn't a real monkey, was it? It was a CGI monkey. But yeah, they turned Aladdin into a live action film. And I don't know. I wasn't really that excited for it. I'm gonna be honest with you, cause I'm just not really excited about the live. I'm not really excited about the live action films. I don't know. They just don't really. They don't really intrigue me that much. But Aladdin definitely is one that I'm like, let me check out. First, it has Will Smith. Will Smith is a superstar. He's a superstar personality. If he's a superstar actor, but his personality is winning him races. Amongst everyone. He has a great personality. So I was intrigued a little bit. I was intrigued a little bit just because Will Smith was in it. He's playing the genie. Aladdin was definitely one of my favorite Disney movies growing up. I definitely played the video game. The video game did not have a lot going on. If you played it, it was on Nintendo. All Aladdin could do was he could run, he could jump on things, and I think he could like throw an apple. That was about it. And Apu was in it, or Abu. Is it Apu or Abu? The little monkey. The little monkey was. Who was the monkey? Was I was gonna say who was the monkey? The monkey was CGI monkey, Ryan. But Aladdin was definitely one of my favorite films. I really wanted to see how they're going to do it. I didn't think it was going to look good. I didn't think it was going to look good, with the genie and the magic carpet and just with it actually being Arabian. I didn't think it was going to look good going from cartoon to actual humans and people and film. But I have to say, I enjoyed Aladdin. I really did. They did a really good job. It looked good. It did look good, and even the genie, itself, genie didn't look. The genie looked good. Like it didn't look crazy to me. It looked good. So let's talk about the big elephant in the room, or the genie in the bottle. How did Will Smith do? And of course, how did he do in comparison to Robin Williams? Of course, the genie in Aladdin, the character is made famous by Robin Williams, the late great Robin Williams, who played the genie or voiced the genie in the animated version of the movie or movies and TV shows and anything really. Um, Going into it, I didn't know what to expect. But Will Smith is he's been doing this for a while. He's a superstar actor, but he's also like grounded in what he does. And if you were watching the movie and thinking about Robin Williams, you had to really just be wanting to think about it because he really did demand a lot of attention. He really did demand that you watch his genie, and it was his genie that with him in the direction by Guy Ritchie. Is that Madonna's ex-husband, Guy Ritchie? I believe so. He was the director. Um, they really cultivated that character to fit him so well. Uh, Robin Williams. Will Smith's genie was very flamboyant, which I thought was really interesting coming from him. um, and they also infused a lot of hip hop to it as well. which I thought was a really, really, really good, strong choice to kind of make first the movie fresh, but to make his genie really fit him. You have to make those changes, and he demanded that attention, and he has in himself a great personality that people are drawn to. It's like a magnet. So him being the genie, you were focused on his genie, and that's all that I was really thinking about while he was on the screen was him, And then there, at times like afterwards, I thought about, well, let me compare the differences and things, but it was just two completely different things. And of course, my favorite genie, sentimental reasons. That's what I grew up to, and now he's gone. Will always be Robin Williams, but Will Smith did his own version, and it did work. It did work, and it worked very, very well. I think my favorite part of his genie, or the funniest part, was when he was actually a woman. It was during a musical number. I thought that was so funny. And he looked kind of like, for anyone who watches Love and Hip Hop, did Will Smith not look like Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess, while he was dressed up as a woman? Did he not look like Jocelyn Hernandez, the Puerto Rican princess from Love and Hip Hop, when he was dressed up like that woman in that dance musical number? Did he not? Did he not? Or was it just me? He looked like Jocelyn Hernandez with a beard from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, VH1. I'm just saying, if you don't know who that is, look her up and then go watch the movie. But I really, really enjoyed it, and I thought he did a really good job. Also with the actor that played Aladdin, who I'm not familiar with. I'm sorry. So let's move on to the other cast members. There was an Aladdin. There was a Jasmine, who is the Pink Power Ranger. I don't know her name, but she's the Pink Power Ranger. I should know her name because her name's been popping up on iTunes. And then there was a Jafar, and then there was a Abu or Apu. Abu was good. Abu was good. No, Abu was computer animated, but he was good, I believe. He was CGI. And then there was that bird. The bird, they could have got, what's his name? Gilbert Gottfried. Because he was the bird, he was the parrot or whatever it was that Jafar has in the movie. And I understand why they didn't get him, because it would have been too comical. But man, I miss Gilbert Gottfried as the pirate, the parrot, or whatever kind of bird it was. I did miss Gilbert Gottfried doing it, but I understand why they didn't. But I miss Gilbert Gottfried. Okay, let's talk about Aladdin. I thought he was a very good Aladdin. Man, I'm mad I don't know his name, but I know I have a good friend that will drop his name down in the description. What else he been in? Who is that? He was a good Aladdin. Like, he looked like Aladdin to me, and he did a very good job. He was charming. He had a little bit of like a bad boy element, but definitely not like a bad boy. Just kind of like a wayward child kind of thing. He really sold it to me. I really enjoyed him. He did a fantastic job. He did a fantastic job. I'm trying to think if there was like a particular moment that stood out to me. I'm not sure, but I didn't really care for his singing. I didn't care for his singing now. I noticed that he only had one song. I didn't care too much for his singing, but other than that, he did a great job. And I thought he looked the part, and he also had a great personality. Like, he was able to front this movie, and I didn't know who he was. He had a huge shoes to fill because he was Aladdin. He could not half step. Now the song was a half step, but everything else he came all the way through. And then there was Jasmine. Beautiful. First, Princess Jasmine was very beautiful. She was played by the actress that plays Pink Power Ranger. And the only reason why I know that is because my brother told me that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known, because I wouldn't recognize her as a Pink Power Ranger. I really don't remember what a Pink Power Ranger looked like besides the one on TV. Kimberly. That's the only one I remember. The original Kimberly. That's the only one I can really remember. But, there's one part of the movie where I was like, shouldn't Jasmine be a little bit more brown? Shouldn't she be a little bit more brown? But you know what? I wasn't mad, because then she started singing. I was like, well, Jasmine can sing, though. Jasmine can sing, though. Okay? Like, she did a really good job. She was beautiful. She was strong, yet delicate, but strong. She had a great, beautiful singing voice. She was just good. I enjoyed it, and she was a very good pairing with the Aladdin. There were some people that had a lot of talk on my social media about the Jafar. They said that Jafar was more of a weasel than a snake. I don't know. All I know is that I did not like Jafar. So he did his part there because I was like, oh, they need to get Jafar. Jafar was working my nerve. Jafar, I don't like Jafar. But I can understand when it's saying that he was more like a weasel because Scar, I'm thinking about like Scar in The Lion King. And Scar was very ruthless. And Jafar looked like he could. Like, Jafar looked like he ain't had no power really. Like he was just leaning on all the other powers that he had to really do what he needed to do. Like he wasn't really about that life, you know. So I get that, but I think that the actor did a good job playing Jafar because I didn't like him, and that was the goal, right? If he's playing the antagonist, the evil one, to not like him, he played the part. That was all I really needed him to do. I like Jasmine's dad, the Sultan. I liked him a lot. And I like the handmaid. That was I don't remember there being a handmaid in the original cartoon, but I just haven't seen the cartoon in a while. But I enjoyed that. And of course, if you've seen the cartoon, it's not a shock to you. Aladdin frees the genie, but it was still a nice moment, you know. It was still a very nice moment. I enjoyed the movie. My favorite part of the whole movie was the big musical number. And you know what? The big musical number, and there was one in particular whenever Aladdin comes into town as a prince, and that musical number. It reminded me very much of Coming to America. Was it just me? Or did it not just remind you a little bit of Coming to America? And that's the moment where there was a moment, or feel like it was a longer than just a moment, but when Will Smith was dressed as a woman in that musical number. Which I thought was just so funny because he looked like the Puerto Rican princess, Jocelyn Hernandez from Love Me About Atlanta. But it reminded me of Coming to America. It was just so festive. The singing was good. It was just so festive and so grand and so big. I really, really enjoyed it. It was really like a Bollywood Coming to America. And I was like, that's how you come into town. That's how I would want to come to town anywhere I went, was just to shut down the whole city with a festival, when everybody was just getting their life. Everyone stopped working or stopped what they was doing, and it was just all enjoying it. I like me a parade, but especially a parade like that. People don't parade like that with elephants and stuff. That's a parade to go to. I don't think I've been. I live in New Orleans, so there's a bounty of parades. There's a parade tomorrow. There's a bounty of parades, but I've never been to a parade with an elephant. Okay, I'm trying to go to a parade where there's an elephant. I've also never been to a parade where there's actual live singing. I guess that wouldn't really work, but I'll be about that. I'll be about like going to a parade where there's like and there's usually bands, and hey, bands are how the sound carries. But I would dig going to a parade where there's like a really loud choir. That would be fun. Anyway, this has been my review of Aladdin. I have to get a little bit better at my reviews of movies, Kyle. I might talk too much, but I really enjoyed it. I think if you want to go see it, go see it. It was a good time. The audience I had, they were a little stale, which I don't know how people responded to the movie. My audience did not really respond that well to all the parts. They're very dry. But I was like in there laughing by myself. So maybe you go with a better audience and it'll be a whole different thing. I also went to a matinee. So I was really, really excited because I was able to get my movie ticket and popcorn for $10. I was like, oh, this is the life. So really cool. There's like a little small movie theater near my home that I went to. And it was perfect. So I may go to other matinees because it's such a good deal, right? Anyway, this is Aladdin. I liked it. We're going to have to develop a scale to how we rate movies. I don't know. I'm not going to make anything up just yet, but how can we rate these movies? Anyway, I liked it. I would recommend you go see it. Yeah, see what the buzz is about. But it wasn't anything that I still think, I don't know. I liked it. I'm going to leave it at that. Talk to me, friends. How should we develop a scale for this? Okay? How should we develop a scale for rating movies on our channel? Anyway, ciao. I'm rambling. Thank you for hanging out with me, and we're gonna keep talking about summer movies all summer long. So, and recommend some movies. How about that? Recommend some movies for me, and maybe I'll watch it. All right, peace. Bye.